Darling, you look ridiculous in that suit, Victoria said, her voice dripping with sarcasm. Michael's face fell. What's wrong with my suit? Everything, Victoria replied, rolling her eyes. The cut, the color, the fabric. You look like a poor man's attempt at style. Michael's eyes narrowed. That's not necessary, Victoria. I'm just trying to look nice for the gala. Nice? Victoria laughed. You'll never be nice, Michael. You're just a pretender to the throne. Victoria, stop, Michael pleaded. You're hurting me. Hurting you? Victoria's voice rose. You're not even capable of feeling real emotions. You're just a shell of a man. Michael's voice trembled. How can you say that? I love you. Love? Victoria sneered. You don't even know what love is. You're just a pathetic little boy trying to cling to me. Victoria, that's enough, Michael said, his voice firm, but Victoria wouldn't stop. You're nothing without me, she spat. You're just a nobody. Michael's eyes filled with tears. I deserve better than this. Victoria's laughter cut deep. Better? You'll never find better than me. I'm the best you'll ever get. Without me, you'd be nothing, Victoria sneered, her eyes flashing with contempt. Your life would be miserable. You'd be living in a tiny apartment, working a dead-end job. Michael's face fell, his confidence shattered. That's not true, Victoria. I have my own strengths. Strengths? Victoria laughed. You have no strengths, Michael. I'm the one who makes you look good. I'm the one who pays the bills. Victoria, that's not fair, Michael protested. I contribute to this household too. Contribute? Victoria's voice dripped with disdain. You contribute nothing. Your salary is a joke. Without my money, we'd be bankrupt. Michael's eyes stung with tears. You always make me feel so worthless. Worthless? Victoria shrugged. That's because you are worthless, Michael. Without me, you'd be nobody. One day, Michael had had enough of Victoria insults. He said to Victoria, Victoria, I've had enough of your insults, Michael said, his voice shaking. Oh, poor baby, Victoria cooed. Can't handle the truth? The truth? Michael's voice rose. You're the one who's lying. I have value, Victoria. I deserve better than this. Victoria's eyes narrowed. You'll never find better than me, Michael. I'm the best you'll ever get. Michael was short of words as tears rolled down his cheeks. Michael decided to confront his family in-laws about his wife's behavior towards him. Michael sat in the living room of his family in-laws' home, surrounded by his loved ones. He took a deep breath, gathering the courage to share his painful secret. Mom, Dad, I need to tell you something, Michael began, his voice trembling. Victoria, she's been treating me terribly. His in-laws exchanged concerned glances. What do you mean, son? His father-in-law asked. She constantly insults me, belittles me, Michael explained. She says I'm worthless, that I contribute nothing to the family. His mother's-in-law eyes widened in shock. Oh, Michael, we had no idea, she said, tears welling up. I've tried to ignore it, but it's eating away at me, Michael continued. I feel like I'm walking on eggshells around her, never knowing when she'll lash out. His father's-in-law face darkened. We'll talk to her, son, he promised. No one deserves to be treated like that. Victoria's sister, Emily, spoke up. Michael, why didn't you tell us sooner? She asked, her voice filled with empathy. I was ashamed, Michael admitted. I thought it was my fault, that I wasn't good enough. His mother-in-law wrapped her arms around him. It's not your fault, Michael, she whispered. You deserve respect and love. The family gathered around Michael, offering words of comfort and support. We'll help you through this, his father-in-law said. We'll talk to Victoria and make sure she understands the harm she's causing. Michael felt a weight lift off his shoulders. "Thank you," he whispered, tears streaming down his face. The family decided to confront Victoria, to make her understand the damage her words had caused. The family gathered in the living room, eager to address Victoria's behavior. Victoria's father, John, cleared his throat. "Victoria, we need to talk," John said, his voice firm but calm. Victoria raised an eyebrow. "What's this about?" she asked, her tone dripping with disdain. "Michael's told us about the way you've been treating him," John explained. "The insults, the belittling. We won't stand for it." Victoria's expression turned icy. "And who are you to tell me how to live my life?" she sneered. "I'm the one with the money, the one who built this empire." Victoria's mother, Sarah, spoke up. "We're not asking you to change your lifestyle, Victoria. We're asking you to treat Michael with respect." Victoria laughed. "Respect? Huh. Michael doesn't deserve respect. He's nothing without me." John's face reddened. "That's enough, Victoria," he said, his voice rising. "We won't tolerate you speaking about our son-in-law like that." Victoria stood, her eyes flashing. "You think you can dictate how I treat my husband? You think you're better than me?" Sarah stood, her voice firm. "We're not trying to control you, Victoria. We're asking you to treat Michael with kindness and respect. No matter how things may be, he is still your husband. Only God knows I never treated your father that way, and I will never allow you to treat my son-in-law in that manner," her mother said. Victoria's voice turned venomous. "Kindness and respect? You want me to coddle him? I built this family's wealth, and no one will tell me how to manage my husband." Emily, Victoria's sister, spoke up. "That's not what this is about, Victoria. It's about basic human decency." Victoria's gaze swept the room, her expression contemptuous. "I don't need lectures from any of you. I'll do what I want, when I want." The room fell silent, the tension palpable. John's voice broke the silence. "Victoria, we're giving you an ultimatum. Change your behavior, or face the consequences." Victoria's laughter echoed through the room. "Consequences? You think you can threaten me? I'll do what I want, and no one will stop me," Victoria said and walked out of the living room, leaving her family behind. Despite the family's intervention, Victoria refused to change. Her behavior towards Michael worsened. "Michael, you're not worthy of intimacy," Victoria sneered. "You're lucky I even married you, yet you still have the audacity to call meetings on me, right?" Michael felt a sting from her words. "Victoria, please understand, I love you," Michael pleaded. "Love?" Victoria laughed. "You don't even deserve my love." Victoria's demands became more excessive. "Michael, do the laundry, cook dinner, and clean the house. You're useless if you can't even do these simple tasks. And don't forget to finish them before I come back from work." Lazy idiot. Michael felt trapped. "Victoria, I work too. Can't we share responsibilities?" "Share?" Victoria's voice rose. "You think you're my equal? I'm the breadwinner. You're just a servant." The emotional toll mounted. "Michael, wash the dishes, cook my meals, and serve me when I return," Victoria ordered. Michael felt like a slave. "Victoria, can't we just talk about this?" "Talk?" Victoria scoffed. "You're not worthy of conversation." One afternoon, Victoria's colleagues, Rachel and Sophia, visited her at home. They were concerned about Victoria's recent behavior at work and wanted to check on her. As they sat in the living room, they witnessed Victoria belittling Michael. "Get me a glass of water, now." Victoria yelled. Michael hastily obeyed. Rachel and Sophia exchanged worried glances. "Victoria, can we talk to you for a minute?" Rachel asked. "What's this about?" Victoria asked, her tone defensive. "We're concerned about how you're treating Michael," Sophia said gently. "It's not right," Victoria scoffed. "You don't understand. Michael doesn't contribute much. I'm the one paying the bills, the rent. The children's school fees. I'm the head of this family, Rachel leaned forward. Victoria, that may be true, but it doesn't give you the right to treat Michael like a servant. He's your husband, your partner. Victoria's face reddened. You think you can lecture me? You don't know what it's like to carry the weight of this family. Sophia spoke calmly. We're not here to judge, Victoria. We care about you and Michael. Treating him this way will have consequences. He may leave, or worse. Victoria's laughter was cold. Leave? He won't leave. He needs me. And as for consequences, I'll do what I want. Rachel's voice took on a stern tone. Victoria, listen. You're not only hurting Michael. You're hurting yourself. This behavior will destroy your relationship and your family. Victoria stood, her eyes blazing. Get out. Get out of my house. Rachel and Sophia rose, saddened. Victoria, please reconsider, Rachel said. Leave. Victoria shouted. As they left, Sophia turned back. Victoria, we're here for you, but you need to change. Victoria slammed the door shut. Michael watched, tears in his eyes. Michael's old school friend, Alex, returned from abroad and decided to visit Michael. They hadn't seen each other in years, and Alex was excited to reconnect. As Alex arrived at Michael's home, he noticed the tension in the air. Victoria greeted Alex coldly, barely acknowledging his presence. Over the next 2 days, Alex witnessed Victoria's verbal abuse and belittling of Michael. He saw how Michael cowered, unable to stand up for himself. One evening, as they sat in the living room, Victoria berated Michael for not contributing financially. You're useless, Michael. You can't even provide for your own family. Alex had had enough. Victoria, that's not fair, Alex intervened. Michael's worth goes beyond financial contributions. Victoria glared at Alex. Mind your own business. Alex turned to Michael. Mike, let's take a walk. Outside, Alex confronted Michael. Mike, what's going on? Why are you letting her treat you like this? Michael broke down. I feel trapped, Alex. I don't know what to do. Alex's expression turned determined. I'm taking you out of here, Mike. You're coming with me to abroad. Michael's eyes widened. What? How? I have a business set up in London. You can work with me. We'll get you out of this toxic situation. Michael hesitated, unsure. Alex, I don't know. Alex grasped Michael's shoulders. Listen, Mike. You deserve better. You deserve to be happy. Come with me, and start anew. Michael nodded, a glimmer of hope. Yes, Alex. Let's do it. Michael and Alex boarded the flight to London, leaving Victoria's toxic behavior behind. In London, Alex introduced Michael to his business partner, and they offered Michael a job. With Alex's support, Michael thrived in his new role. 5 years passed, and Michael transformed into a confident, successful man. He returned to his home state for a visit, determined to confront Victoria. As he arrived at his former home, Victoria answered the door. Michael, Victoria said, surprised. I thought you were gone for good. Michael smiled, unfazed. I'm back, Victoria. But things have changed. Victoria's eyes narrowed. What do you mean? I mean I'm no longer the man you controlled and manipulated. Michael said firmly. I've moved on. Victoria's face fell. You can't just dismiss me like that. Victoria spat. Michael chuckled. Watch me. Michael's calm demeanor unsettled Victoria. Who is she? Victoria demanded, noticing a woman standing beside Michael. Meet Emily, my wife, Michael said, smiling at Emily. Victoria's eyes widened in shock. You married someone else? Michael shrugged. I found someone who loves and respects me for who I am. Victoria's anger boiled over. You'll regret this, Michael. Michael smiled. I already regret staying with you for so long. Victoria slammed the door shut. Michael and Emily walked away, hand in hand. I'm glad that's over. Emily said, Me too, Michael replied. Let's start our new life. They held hands together and walked away. Victoria's life crumbled after Michael left. She regretted not listening to her parents and friends. Why didn't I listen? Victoria cried, alone in her empty house. Mum, why did Daddy leave? Her youngest asked. Victoria's guilt consumed her. I was wrong, baby. I was so wrong. I treated your dad badly, she cried out. Victoria lost her job due to her increasingly erratic behavior. Her social life dwindled. Friends avoided her. Family members distanced themselves. Victoria's loneliness deepened. She realized too late that Michael had been her rock. Without him, she crumbled. Years passed, and Victoria struggled to make ends meet. Her children grew up with emotional scars. Victoria's health declined. She hit rock bottom. One day, while cleaning out Michael's old closet, Victoria found a letter. Dear Victoria, Michael wrote. I loved you once, but your abuse destroyed me. I'm free now. Tears streamed down Victoria's face. She realized too late that she had lost the love of her life.